The FundXX started actually at a time of transition for me. I was really reflecting on what mattered to me and what I wanted to do. I was watching syndicates start to happen where you start to have groups of people invest together. But what I saw in these groups is that they were still majority men. In a world that should be more accessible than ever, it was actually worse than numbers you'd see elsewhere. The FundXX is a pre-seed venture fund investing in women CEOs. Stats will tell you that 22% of angel investors are women. When I would go look at the most active syndicates on AngelList, it was 3%, 3 out of 100 LPs were women. So I called Alison Stoloff, my GSB classmate, and I said, Alison, we have to make a page of just women investors. And she was like, okay, let's do it.
I'd been having conversations with Jenny Fielding, and they had been building this fund concept, which was essentially community-driven VC. They were investing in the local ecosystem in New York and several other cities.
And Jenny said, well, why don't you think about this community that you're building and applying it to investing in women CEOs and see if that makes sense, see if there's a story. And we found that companies that are led by women CEOs typically have about $250K less in funding than their peers. A lot of that has to do with bias that's pervasive in many ecosystems, but especially at the pre-seed stage, all you have is who you are.
I think it's much harder for people to want to take a bet on women at the early stages when there's no data. We're usually that first check into that business, believing in that female founder from day one. Fortunately, the mission resonated with many people.
The FundXX stands out in the investment industry for 2 reasons. One is around our focus on women. We are very unique in that we invest in women and are backed by women at every level. And then on the other side of it, we're unique in the industry in our model.
Typically, when you're a limited partner or an investor, you're writing a check and then you sit and wait and you watch. And with the FundXX, these investors are able to share their expertise with this, incredible group of female founders.
We're really taking it outside of the individual and making it about the community. I think the biggest impact that the GSB has had on me is that it is a place that reminds me to think big.
I think the GSB is great at encouraging students to go take risks, to spend this time at the GSB really figuring out what you want to do, trying different things.
When I think about Stanford's motto, change lives, change organizations, change the world, I think about impact, I think about the immediate nucleus, and then how can that continue to expand? What are the artifacts that I leave behind, and how do I help make a difference? And what do I do that's still gonna be here?
I get so excited about this power of community. We have incredible founders and operators sharing ideas, sharing perspectives. Those are the times when I get most inspired because I'm able to see the size of this network that we've built in this community. Sylvia and I had this belief that women succeed at the same rates as men when given the same access to resources and network.
Ultimately, the best world for everyone is a world that represents everyone, and where we need to continue to focus and to make an impact is to bring people into the ecosystem who otherwise weren't in the ecosystem. And I hope that in 10 years, we are focused on the next thing because we've been able to make a meaningful dent.
I hope that the FundXX will not be considered a diversity fund in 10 years. It would be great if there was much more of a level playing field. I think another kind of success metric, right, is we're a venture capital fund. And so we're measured on our returns. So my hope is that we have some billion-dollar exits that will show people that women are worth investing in and that women can be just as successful as men when given access to the same resources in the same network. My name is Alison Stoloff, and I'm a partner at the Fund XX.
My name is Sylvia Kuyel, and I'm a partner at the Fund XX.